Hello, my name is Armando Ruiz. Thank you for tuning into the Go Caballero podcast. I'm gonna get right into it. Today's episode is gonna be about social media toxicity and device overusage and the addiction with that. So to start off, I just want to say my experience with devices and social media. I guess it kind of started in elementary school. My generation was kind of the generation that kind of like advanced with technology as it came. I think the first iPhone came out in like 2006. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, kind of just advanced and grew up with technology. So my first relationship with devices and all of that was sadness, envious, sort of a mix of those two. So I also prompted one of my first experiences of like a thought of like life is not fair, the world's against me, and it sounds serious and whatever, but at the time it was to me. I would see children, my peers, that would have these iPhones and these devices, and they didn't get straight A's like I did. They didn't participate in everything like I did. They weren't getting honorary awards like I was. And I came to my mom a few times and was like, these kids are not doing what I am, yet I'm such a good kid and I don't do anything wrong and I can't get a phone. And I was like, life is not fair, the world's against me. So yeah, I was kind of envious of those children and sad that I couldn't have a device. And even like social pressures. Like I went down to the office one day to call my mom because I needed something for school, like that I left or something. I forgot what it was. And the office admin was like, you don't have a phone? And I was like, no, like I don't. So even just like little things like that at the time like seemed like really big to me. Now I look back and I'm grateful and appreciative that I did not have a screen in my face in that primary period of growing up. But that's not to shame kids that did, because there's kids that go to school far away from home. They need to call their mom at the end of the day. It's just easier. Or single parents that don't really have time because they're cooking or something, so they just need to put something in front of their children so they could be distracted while they cook and not. So it's like little things like that. It's like not the worst thing in the world, like not against it, but I feel that if I am privileged enough to not put a screen in front of my children in elementary school, I'm not gonna. But yeah, then moving on to like 6th and 7th grade, that period, like middle school, I got my first phone, which was an Android, and I was just grateful to have anything, to be honest. But that first year was kind of like to teach me responsibility, teach me to take care of a device, and I did. So in 7th grade, I got an iPhone from my sister. It was like brought down to me, the iPhone 6S, and I was like so excited. I was like, whatever. Social media in those 2 years and its toxicity was good and bad, I guess. The usage part, I wasn't really using it that much, just like after school, I guess. But the toxicity, it kind of just like got more toxic as it went on. People would say mean things, people would post mean things. Didn't really get to me, but it did get to a point where it did get to me, and that's when I trusted someone with a piece of information, and I came back from winter break and the whole school knew that piece of information. So at that young age, I was just like slapped in the face with like, you can't just trust anybody. Not everyone is a good person. And online presence is a lot different than talking to someone in person. It gives them more confidence to just do what they want. So then that leads to 8th grade, which was when the pandemic shut everything down, and not my fault or anyone's fault, but I was isolated in my room. What else did I have to do but be on my phone? So I used my phone every single day from the time I woke up to the time I went to sleep, middle of the night, all-nighters, insane. I would wake up talking to my friend on the phone, go eat breakfast with my friend on the phone, go shower, and then go back on my phone. Things like that. There was literally a DIY that year or something. I don't know if it was that year specifically, of like, put your phone in a Ziploc bag and tape it to your shower so you could keep watching your things. And I legit did that. It was an obsession with my phone. It was crazy. But it was also a time where we turned to our phones and our devices to either expose ourselves and educate ourselves with what was happening in the world, or escape what was happening in the world, or a mix of both. So yeah, I used it for that. 8th grade to 9th grade was, I think, the most toxic with social media. I was comparing myself a lot to different people, and it was not good. So I was in my room, and obviously after a while you get tired of just doing the same thing every day. I'm a very creative person, and I had tricked myself for a long time that I wasn't creative. Maybe I'll turn that into another episode. But I would have these thoughts in my head of like, I should be doing something different. Like, I should not be in my bed doing whatever I'm doing. And in a way, it was a good thing, because I would get up and I would go try new things and expose myself to new things. But it was bad because I was comparing myself to these adults that were college graduated or whatever, and they had their lives together in my eyes, or what they were presenting online. And I was just an 8th grade kid in my room trying to do what they were doing with no experience and nothing. So I was putting a lot on my plate, and it was overwhelming. So yes, I could pick up a hobby of, I'm gonna wake up and do meditation and try to accustom myself throughout the weeks to that. But if I'm doing that and 10 other things, I would have a to-do list of different things and a schedule of times of what to do at each time. And then it's also not like I had school or whatever, because school was online or whatever, so it's like more leniency, I guess. So I had more free time to put in things and things and things and things and things, and it was so overwhelming that it brought me to a place I'd never been. I was super down because I couldn't be this dream person that I had created inside my mind. So it was very toxic, and it brought me to rock bottom in my self-image, and that shit'll be another whole episode. But in terms of the social media aspect, yeah. So then, kind of now where I'm at with social media, I'm not gonna lie, I still use it a lot. I still do. But I've come up with like different remedies of how to make it not so toxic and not so overbearing in toxicity with the usage. I'm just saying words at this point. Anyways, but I'm trying to, yeah. So I came up with different like remedies to help me. So you'll get it when I'm saying it. So the first thing is that I don't sleep with my phone by me. I actually set it up like in front of my bed on a counter or whatever. And that just prompts me to not snooze my alarm and to actually get up, turn it off, and then go about my day. So I don't just go straight to just using my phone, or let me snooze it, or let me go on social media first before I get up. So it's just like that 1, 2, 3 get up. Second, it's not so much the social media usage, but it's what you do with it. It's what you do with it. I just had like a brain moment. Okay, it's not so much social media, and it's not so much the phone usage, is what you do with it. So instead of just scrolling on my phone for hours, because I can't do that. Like, I literally get so bored after like 30 minutes. So instead of just scrolling and stuff on my phone, I'm using my phone to do more productive things. So right now I'm using my phone to create this video, and I started a podcast with my phone. I started vlogging with my phone. I started the YouTube videos that I've been posting with my phone. I've started just writing in my phone, different things, like different creative things that make your mind work, not just the program scroll. So yeah, I've used my phone for better and used my phone to follow my passions. So if you have any passion, your phone is a great asset and it's not to be shamed on. Social media and phone usage is good on the other side of things, but it's not like that most of the time. So it just takes building the habit of using it for better, because people could tell you all these remedies of like, don't use it when you wake up, and then but it's not the phone that has the problem, it's you that has the problem. So it's what you do with your hands that decides what's on your phone. So if you're on TikTok and you're seeing all these sad TikToks, it's because you're liking these sad TikToks, you're reposting these sad TikToks, so it's gonna keep showing you these sad TikToks. So maybe follow more inspirational people. What I've done is that I unfollow people that don't motivate me, people that are not my friends, or people that I like to look at their page, or people that are very creative, or people that I could relate to in a sense. I like following those type of people. And it kind of just reprograms itself. And now I see a lot of positive things. And I'm like, okay, like I want to do that. I want to do this. So it's very positive. So yeah, it's what's on your screen that is deciding how you feel. So don't blame social media, blame yourself. But of course I understand social media has its access, whatever. But I really think it's up to the user. My new YouTube short film, it's literally me using my phone straight for 2 minutes. But if you're someone that's artistic and creative, I didn't post it for people, I posted it for myself because I liked it. I knew a lot of people weren't gonna get it. But go watch it, see if you get it. But it basically is me on my phone, and I have this realization in the middle of my phone usage that I should get up and go do something with my life. Like, what am I doing with my life? And I've had that thought and realization a lot over the years. I'm on my phone. I'm like, what am I doing on my phone? I should be doing something better. And I get up and go do something better and repeat it the next day. So it's never like I'm actually fixing the problem. It's just I think I am, and I'm like, okay, let me go do something because then it balances out. But yeah, it's just a cycle, and you don't really accomplish anything with that cycle. It's like, but whatever. In the video, my fingers are lighting up, and then there's this like black panel between my face and my fingers, and the fingers are lighting up and the phone's not lighting up because it's not the phone, it's your fingers that decide what you do. So use your fingers not to scroll, use your fingers to grasp your passions and go do something that you actually want to do with your life. And don't be afraid of what anyone has to say. Social media is going to be toxic. People are gonna not like your content, people are not gonna whatever, and you just have to say, oh, not for you, but it's for me. Don't do things for anyone but yourself, because that's a sad life to live. So yeah, I'm gonna end it with that. Social media can be toxic, but as long as you know up here that you could be doing better and you could fix this, and it's not social media but it's you, and you have all the power, you're gonna be okay. So with that being said, thank you for listening, and I hope to see you next Tuesday. Follow me on Instagram, Armando Ruiz, 2 A's at the front, 2 Z's at the end.